What's up, everybody? Sunday. What's going on tonight, man? I am so out of it today. It's like I am super, like, I could have slept all day, I think. I really could have. Man, the Mountain Dew's not got me up yet. But we had a big lunch. I think that's probably the reason. But it was good. But hope y'all doing good today. Let's see, man. Should I try and find some jams to play here? About this one. We did this one last time. We'll do it again. Well, hope everyone's doing good and having a great weekend thus far. Who we got in the house? We got 5-star Sean. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. DJ BNC, he been working on his page all day. I checked it out a little bit. Got his name changed. Got a bunch of videos updated. That's cool, brother. Great to see you. Stu Petty Nose Dude. We doing it hard tonight, man. Chris Liggett in the house. How you doing? Ju G. What's up, Sean? Let's see. I appreciate that, Sean. You're the legend. I'm trying. Thank you again, Sean. Chris Liggett feeling it. There you go. Sunflower in the house. How you doing tonight? Donald James knows we're warming up the pot. Getting cranking, man. Getting cranking. Donald James, man, he's been a member for 3 months. And that's awesome, brother. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you so much. Donald says shotgun to do. I've been drinking this one pretty heavy already, man. I might be finished with this thing before it's too late here. Sean doing pretty good, man. It's Sunday, man. So I'm tired, but we're getting there, man. I'm trying to wake up. It was, like I said, we had a really big lunch, and that put me into like this serious coma. I had some real good pulled pork, man. I'm just like, oh, that, feeling it, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. One way or the other, we're gonna get it. One step at a time, we're getting there. That was definitely an eye opener for sure. The next one, we're really gonna open the gate on this next one here. We'll get it ready. We'll get it ready. I think I'm feeling a little better already. The Mountain Dew's starting to work. It is. It is. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Chris, look at this. Speaking of couches, he's stuck to his. They're nice. Let's have a very nice couch. I enjoy sitting on my couch. Yes, we have a dog that needs her own couch. She needs everything. She takes up my space. Darrell, what's up, buddy? Happy Sunday. How you doing today? Bartolos from Portugal. Good to see you, man. Sean says Iron Maiden always wakes him up. I need something a little more. I need something even crazier than that, man. DJB, thanks, buddy. Let's see. DJB said all this talk of Ingve. I listened to both Eclipse and Seven Sign today. Those are some good records, man. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, bro. Lisa in the house. How you doing, Lisa? And Darrell says Goldberg. He tired again. All right. One last shot of glory, man. I know how that is. Alchemist, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you, Darrell. Yeah, this is the old purple one. I got to put new strings on. I'm probably going to try and make it through next week. And then I'll probably put some strings on it again. All right, let's see. Let's get rocking here. We got to keep the song Mountain Dew. Song Mountain Dew. Got to get going here. Everything worked. Think I'm good. Think I'm warmed up, everybody. I felt good. Play a nice slow jam after that. Cool down after that. We'll do that one there. All right, a lot of great people hanging out with us tonight. So appreciate you hanging with us tonight. Hope you're having a good one and enjoying the show. Let's see. Sean says, "What amp do you use?" I don't use amp here, buddy. I use a plug-in called Amplitude 5. It's really good, man. I can't say not enough good things about it. It's been perfect for me. Arthur Montalvo, hello, bro. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Joe Edward in the house. How you doing? Alchemist says, "Rick, always shredding it up in these YouTube parts. You know how we do." Josephina, God bless you too. Hope you're doing well today. Good to see you. Yeah, let's see. Brody, the super shredder. What's up, Brody? Good to see you, man. Brody been kicking it hard. I was lurking. We were lurking the last couple of nights. But Brody been doing good the last couple of nights, man. It's great to see, man. Glad you're back on the schedule and everything again. You got to think Brody's got a stream coming up soon. We won't be doing too much tonight. We'll probably go till 11:30ish, and then we'll probably try. So I'll see if I can send everyone over to you, Brody, after my stream's done. I think I can divert or something. I think I can do something. I can divert the entire chat over to you. So we'll do that for you. If you're still going, I'll check. Jermaine Choppa, good to see you, buddy. Pellet Funner in the house. He says 61 likes already. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Let's see. Thank you, Alchemist. Sean, appreciate that, brother. Josephina says, "Everything is going better when our Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior, comes back. Ain't that the truth?" God bless you, Josephina. If I start saying, "Are you Eddie Van Halen?" I doubt it. No, I didn't get into Eddie Van Halen, man. I was into Yngwie Malmsteen's my hero. Yngwie's my hero. So there you go, Brody. Absolutely, man. We got you and we all have a great communities around here, which is beautiful to see. We love to see people hanging out with each other. Osman bin Ahmad, what's up, my band? Good to see you, brother. Let's see. You got it, Brody. No worries, brother. Well, let's see. Mama Shredder in the house too. What's up, Mama Shredder? Good to see you. Yeah, it was Mama Shredder going off on some people the other night. We were like, dang. We were like testing out one of Stardust's new toys for her phone, and we were on your chat. We was trying to chat, but it didn't work. Her keyboard was freaking out, so we're trying to figure that out. But as always, Mama Shredder, no problem with love supporting Brody. 5-star shine, Yngwie J. Malmsteen, buddy. Yngwie J. Malmsteen is my #1 man, man. If there was no Yngwie, there'd be no me. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right. Well, let's get this slow jam up, cool it down a little bit, and we'll get some album tracks going. felt good. That felt real nice. All right, all right. Now I shall move on. Play a couple album tracks. And then we'll open it up. See what happens tonight. See what happens. A lot of great people hanging out. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're having a good time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do put videos out every single day, and I go live 5 times a week. We have a lot of good times here, so we do appreciate it. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Let's see. We're gonna find out where I left off at. All right, Osman, there you go, buddy. Let's see. I'm not sure who that was for. UGC said, "Are you working on any new songs?" Not me. You know how I do. I work on a song a week. That's how I play. That's how I do. Mama Shredder feeling that one. 5-star Sean. He likes Jimmy Page. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Mama said, "There's over 50-year-old. There's an over 50-year-old thrashing Brody on people's channel. Had enough." Wow. I tell you. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, this is a grown adult. You know, I can imagine these kids, little kids, 20 under, but a 50-year-old person. Yeah, that's really a really sad person there. That's a really sad person there. Let's see. You're quite welcome, Brody. Lisa got the dogs going wild. Mecánica Simas Turbo, gracias and obrigado. Flash, hello to you, buddy. Val Kimber's in the house. Good to see you. Thanks, Space Cowboy. DJB said he had as many channel tags as system. That's a good job, dude. Good job, dude. Yeah, I was gonna say, Mama Shredder and Brody. I know that if you want, this is what we've been trying. You can set it to subscribers only for an amount of time. So last night, or what was it, Friday night, we set it to 15 minutes. You have to be a subscriber for 15 minutes in order to chat. So that thwarted a lot of trolls. That was pretty nice. Tonight was only a 5-minute window tonight. Jujino, someone has to keep things civil, indeed. And Mama Shredder will civilize it. I know. Creedy boy, what's up? Somebody get this man a stage. I know, brother. I know. We're trying, buddy. We're trying. It costs a lot of money, man. It costs a lot of money to get out there, but we're working on it. Gloria's in the house. Good to see you, Gloria. Yeah, I think that's what we saw last night, DJB. Someone was up in Brody's chat. Mama Shredder was going hardcore. I was like, that's how you do it right there. 5-star Sean. I don't want to say it. I love him or hate him, man. I listened to him when I was a little kid, you know, as far as an MTV, but I didn't own one Anthrax album. Not one. Val Kimber, thanks, buddy. Sunflower, appreciate that. Let's see. Hachuji knows. She says, go, Mama Bear. Soul Gabriel, appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Let's see. Mama Shredder said, last night was the worst trolls I've ever dealt with. They fake liking Brody to bash him for 5-10 minutes later. Yeah, and it says it was connected to a 50-year-old some dude. That's just a sad thing. Like, 50 years old, that's all you got to do in your life? You know you're a true loser if that's all you got to do in your life, man. Sad. Brody knows. Sunflower, thank you so much. El Camino, what up, dog? Donald James says, that was a good song to play, good to play along to. Yeah, it's a fun one there. Nice, chill progressions. Let's see. DJB says, when Wednesday he gets a softbox, he's going to start recording and improvising those backtracks. There you go, brother. Do it up, man. Like I said, man, just record yourself doing like an hour of just playing and then just cut videos from that. Cut the best videos you can find. Leonardo Vich from Brazil. Obrigado, mi amigo. Good to see you. Which one started? Oh, Phantom of the Opera by Maiden? I don't know that one, buddy. I never got into the pre-Bruce Dickinson Maiden, to be honest. I never really got into it. Tash says, what is your most expensive bass or guitar? Probably like this one. This is very rare, this purple 92 Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. It probably goes for around $1,500 to $2,000. I do have a classical guitar that's worth probably around the same. These are about the same worth, probably. Pellets got that count, 138. Now we're cooking, man. Donald James knows the bigger your channel gets, the more trolls you get. It's the law of averages. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, man? Mama said that's a lot. That was a lot last night. Brody's growing like a weed. It's like his growth has been exponential, and he's been grinding, and that's what you got to do. The more you grind, the more they'll come. I mean, look at Abby's channel, man. Good Lord, You have to get, if you want to say hi to Abby, you got to be there like right at the beginning. Otherwise, it's just like an insane trail of chat. It's like, what is going on here? But y'all are doing great. I love to see it. I love to see it. Brody said he definitely gonna do that. Yeah, give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. You know, for 5, like tonight's just 5 minutes. Maybe one night I'll do 10. You know, maybe I'll do 15. It just depends on the night, I think, for me. But it's worth the shot. It'll thwart a few more. I mean, if you're a person in this world that can wait 15 minutes and watch someone play music and stuff, and then and then troll the channel, we will let loose. We will let loose, man. We'll rain hellfire on you, man. Mama says we're gonna do that on busy nights. That's a good idea. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Donald knows. Set it to subscriber only. Yeah, that's what we've been doing. It's been feeling good. Chaplain Anthony, I sure don't, buddy. It's a great song, though. Great song. But thank you very much. I do appreciate you. Rhino's in the house. He says, Rick, I'm new here, but you rock, bro. Have you ever thought of starting a band or going solo? I am currently solo, yeah. I've been in several bands, Rhino. And it's not the greatest feeling sometimes. You know, you have a lot of fun, but then it also feels like you're married to those people. And when you're married to 4 other dudes, this doesn't feel right. And, you know, everyone's got an ego. Everyone's got their own vibe. Everyone's got this or that. So it's kind of tough. But luckily for me, I know a lot of people in this world. I can make a couple phone calls, and I can have a whole band set up immediately. The next problem is money. God, it costs a lot of money to get out there and do stuff, so that's our big thing. Taz says, Rick, what's your yeah. Taz, if that was you again, yeah, the Jackson or my Goat, and those are my 2 most expensive. Anywhere upward of $2,000 a piece. El Camino says, I heard Jackson guitars were made for heavy metal. You know that's right, brother. That's the truth. That's a true statement. Let's see. And chat's going wild. I appreciate everyone hanging out here tonight. I really do. Trying to get through this chat. We got plenty of songs to go, so hang tight. We're just gonna run through this chat. We do appreciate you out there. 6 Killer S, what's up, brother? He says that X is beautiful. I love this one, man. This is my favorite one. It's got magic in it, I think. Val says I'll be wearing gold-plated diapers, probably. Chaplain Anthony says, do I like it, Eric Johnson? I don't love him or hate him, honestly. I respect what he's done, but I never got into his stuff at all, no. Val says, I need a little more cowboy. True that. I can find some. Rick Schaefer, what's up, brother? Good to see you, good to see you. 6 Killer, thanks, buddy. Weed Hopper says, growing like a weed. Resemble that remark. I've heard that since I was a little kid, even before I knew about those type of drugs. But Taz says, Rick, I really want to buy one starters but in Germany the price of them really sucks, like already 400 euro for a starter one. Yeah, that's what's that, like 560 American or just thereabouts. Yeah, it's expensive, man. Have you looked into what's it called? Thomann? Thomann's in Germany, I believe. Thomann. It's a music store in Germany. They sell used stuff, man. You might want to check into that, man. It's if you can find something. We'll have to take a look for you. Real cozy, I'm using Ernie Ball Super Slinky 9s. Brody knows. He says, yes, Rick, exactly. Absolutely, man. All right, let's see, man. We got a lot of, trying to grip through these comments here. Tim Mussman, good to see you, brother. Let's see. Jujino's word. That's what's up. Sarn says, can I join your band and play the drums like Tom? I need people like Richard Christie to play the drums for me, buddy. Well, I appreciate that offer, Sean. I have some of the top-notch players in the world, man. I can make a quick phone call, and we're on. We're going. Val says, I don't even want to be married to one dude. I know. That would not be fun. Rhino says, if you're doing any shows in Florida on there, man, I'll let you know, brother. I'll let you know. Brody knows. Being married to one person is enough. Indeed. I've been there. A woman's one thing, but 4 dudes, that's a whole nother story. Donald James says, what's Richard Christie doing? He says, man, Richard Christie's been in a lot of stuff, man. He was almost in the Superman movie. They cut the scene, sadly. Richard's in a video for Ice Nine Kills. I actually saw it last night. I was like, whoa, Richard. But he's still doing the Stern Show, bro. He's starting to play drums again. I mean, he always plays drums, but he's been wanting to play drums more and more. Chris Olsen, keep rocking around. Let the trolls and losers feed. The comments are feeding the algorithm, and losers brought my attention to you. Let that stuff slide off. Yeah, it's all good, Chris. We know how to deal with it for sure, man. But we like to enjoy it. We like to have everyone have a good time too, you know. So we trying to keep it chilling here. El Camino, thanks, buddy. Not you, Cat. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Not your leader. How you doing, bro? John H, thanks for subscribing. Diamondback Coin says the likes at 159. Oh, we're cooking, man. Chamberlain says, have you heard of the band Magpie Salute? I cannot say I have. It doesn't sound familiar to me. Not at all, not at all. Rick Schaefer, yo, thanks for the super chat, brother. Appreciate that. Abby Green's in the house. What? How you doing, Abby? Good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing good. We got all the super shreds. We got Brody, we got Abby. Who else we looking for? We can bring them in. There you go. Zach G Bass, what's up, brother? Let's see. Drummer ELT in the house tonight. What's up, drummer, man? Been a minute. Hope you're doing good tonight, my friend. That's good to see, man. That's good to see. Let's see. Sean knows. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what it's all about. All right, let's see. All right, we're getting some funky comments. We're going to move on with those. FNL says, who's the most talented musicians in your contacts? I would never tell. It'd be a surprise, but I've got a lot. I've got a few. There's Abby. Good to see you, Abby. Nachi Kitts has been checking out Andre Segovia. Oh, man. Yeah, one of the greatest classical players of all time, man. Chris Arsenault, what's up, bud? Good to see you, man. All right, let's kick into overdrive here. We got Symphony 40 coming up right here. This song is off my album. I released my album last year. It's here on my YouTube channel. Just check the releases tab on my YouTube page. The entire album's free to stream. This one's called Symphony 40. Symphony Forte, man, that's a great one there. That's always fun. Always fun to play that one. It's an uplifting melody, you gotta admit. A lot of great comments, a lot of people hanging out. Oh, love to see it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you do so. I do put videos out every single day and go live 5 times a week. And on top of that, this is one of the best communities you will find to hang out with. So we love to see you. Hang with us. All right, let's see. Dimebag Coins, appreciate that, brother. DJB says, we're all in the house tonight. Oh, yes. Dylan said he sat down with a bowl, scrolled a few shorts, and now I'm here. There you go, Dylan. Mark says, anything with cowboy? A cowbell, because I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Possibly, I could go do a cowbell song, probably, if you wanted. Abby, thank you. Let's see. Zane's talking about some estratic surgery. What's that? It's like bariatric surgery? I'm not that obese yet, but I don't know. I could probably get Ozempic to fix that. Anyway, 5-star sunset. Have you ever played with professionals? Yes, sir. I've been doing this for a long time, buddy. I've been playing with professionally since 1994, I think it was. So yeah, it's been a long time, man. And yes, I've been on tour. I've been with big bands on tour. I've on 3 major internationally released albums. A new one coming out soon as well. So I've been around the block, man. I'm just on my last shot of glory right now. I had my big shot back in the 2000s. I'm just back having a good time, man. It's all. Now she cat knows. There you go, Gloria. Abby, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Rhino, there you go, brother. Golden Aratero, thank you so much. Juji said I was enjoying Ultra Vomit. What's that? I think that's what happens when you drink too much Jim Beam or something. I've been there. Real cozy, appreciate that. Thanks, drummer. Thank you, Lisa. Rhino says, I definitely just found out Rick has an album out. I must have it. Absolutely. You can get it on iTunes and Amazon for digitally, or here on my YouTube for free, of course. Purchasing the CD of it, I don't know where you get it anymore. I don't sell the CD. Let's say that. DJB, appreciate it. Thank you, Abby. Juji, Nashi Ked, Gloria, thank you. Metal Mark says that you got some Beethoven influence. You know how we do. I love the 1700s. That's one of my favorite centuries right there. Val Kimber, thank you. Thanks, Rick. Deals World, appreciate that. Chris Olson's like, God dang. Rhino says, can anyone help me pick up my jaw off the freaking floor? I feel you, man. We haven't even got to the face meltings yet, Rhino, so stick around. You lose your jaw and your face in one night. Deals World, thanks, buddy. He's feeling hot on that one. Rhino, there you go. Gloria says, hit that like and subscribe button, everyone. Show Rick some love. Listen to Gloria. She come after you. Dylan says, glad to know I'm not the only one who does the side-to-side tilt while playing the back and forth parts of Symphony 40. You know how we do, man. Let's see. DJB said something there. Okay, DJB said he just needs the right USB cable. I think my half-dead Shreyas can go live too. There you go, man. Always some cables, man. I've got more cables than you can imagine, man. It's like I've got something to plug in and everything. It gets stupid. Cables, adapters, make some weird makeshift adapters from Amazon. It gets crazy, dude. Daniel Rivas, buenas noches, amigo, muchas gracias. Thank you, Nashikid. Thank you, Chris. Jujinos on fire. Mel Markey says, with many, many years and thousands of hours of playing and practice, you can maybe get to Rick's level. Maybe. Yeah. It's possible. I mean, if you worked it hard. I'm an old man. You be my age by the time you're good. Nah. Kids nowadays can get so much better faster. It's unbelievable. But I've said it again, said before, that cell phone, man, will slow everyone down. That cell phone slows everyone down. Too much time on that cell phone, not enough time on that guitar. Those that can put the cell phone down and practice more will get there faster. There's no doubt. Chris Olson, thanks, buddy. Nachi Cat, Val Kimber, thank you, guys. Laura Bachloon in the house. How you doing, Laura? Great to see you. Thank you, Donald. Let's see. Lisa says, smash them thumbs and show some love. Absolutely. Rick Schaefer says, top 3% in the world guarantee. Wow, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. We're trying to get there, man. We're trying to make a big name for ourselves. That'd be sweet. You never know. You never know. We keep doing this. We keep rocking. Someone's going to notice. Someone's going to take notice. You know, put me out there. Until that time, we're going to keep shredding. For sure, for sure. Mel Mark says, so Bach, Beethoven, or Vivaldi? Bach. Out of those three, Bach. Yeah, 100%. Bach and Mozart are my two ultimate favorites. Cooking Coaster says, can you play a riff from Overactive Man? No, I don't. I have the solo for that. If I play the solo for it, we'll break away and do a death solo featuring Andy LaRock. That's a great song, though. It's one of my favorites because Andy LaRock plays on it. Let's see, Overactive. I swear, man. Oh, here we go. Make sure I got the key right. What's it going there? I played that for Chuck Schuldiner. When I first met Chuck Schuldiner, I played that for him, and he was like, what the heck, man? That's amazing, dude, because he loves Andy LaRock, and I love Andy LaRock. So that was cool. Anthony, what's up, brother? Great to see you, man. Mike Tweedy in the house, too. Good to see you, man. Chris said he'd been doing so long, he ended up getting nerfed because I feel that, man. That's what happened, man. The music industry nerfed me, basically, man. But yeah, it happened. It happened, man. Nancy in the house, our 911 dispatcher. She said she went to Kerrville to help fight search for bodies. We found two sisters that was holding hands, and I lost it. Oh man, Nancy, that's not a sight to see. I feel that. Prayers for anyone got prayers for Nancy and prayers for Texas. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. TK Magic Shop, appreciate you, brother. Much love. Thank you, TK. 716 RC, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Cooking Coach says he's only reading his Twitch. I don't go on Twitch. I don't have an account on Twitch. I do, but I don't use it for music. Donald James says legendary people hang out with and work with other legendary people. That's true. That's true. Theo says, what's the best you can advise to give someone just learning? Him. Have fun. Never stop having fun. The moment you stop having fun is the moment you're gonna not like playing guitar. You got to have fun, no matter if it's hard to play. You got to find a way to have fun with it. Other than that, learn your chords, learn your scales, and you're on your way. TK, thanks so much, brother. Let's see. Thanks, Jay. Donald Jameson, Sheldon and Christy are legendary to me. Oh, absolutely, man. Like I said, I was in a lucky time, man. Chuck called me over one day and said, Rick, come on, hang out, man. I got to talk to you. I'm like, okay, that's cool, man. I'm hanging out. He tells me he just fired his drummer. He's like, he was really distraught about it. He didn't want to do it, but he had to. The guy was being kind of weird. And he's like, dude, I got to find a new drummer. And I was like, you won't believe this, Chuck, but I know a guy right now. He's the best drummer I've ever seen in my life. He's like, dude, can you get him to call me? I was like, yeah. The sad thing is Richard didn't have a phone. So I had to drive to Richard's and be like, yo, Richard, you're never going to believe this, but Chuck Schuldiner wants you to audition. And Ricky's like, really, Rick? You kidding me? And I was like, yeah, here's his number. Give him a call. And that was it. That was it. Val says there's once he drank a half pint of Evan Williams followed by a pint of tequila. That's not a good combo, man. That's not a good combo. One time I hung out with Chuck Schuldiner and Gene Hoglan, and we were drinking Jim Beam and this stuff called Apple Core, some German like apple cider liqueur or something like that. And man, I was out of it. I was out of it, man. Not good. Charlie Escobar, thanks, buddy. Good to see you. Rhino says, what kind of guitar is that, and do you have your favorite guitar? Yeah, sure. This is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. It's from 1992. These are extremely rare. This one is my favorite, though, for sure. DJ B said it's all about the little fucking trinkets you need to make your YouTube channel. It is, buddy. It is. Cooking Coasters, how you doing there, buddy? TK's, you vaping on the ganja? I sure am not. No, I haven't touched drugs or alcohol in 15 years, my friend. But you can. You allowed. Truman says, the best I ever hear play classic Ainsley. Please play best all of YouTube. You are the best. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Jay, I've been playing for 27 years now. Cooking says, cell phone helps play faster, at least on the drums. Maybe. Well, I think it's the time spent goofing off on the cell phone and not practicing. That's the big problem. And video games and streaming, whatever else kids do in days. And says new kids are fast to learn songs because they will never have that pre-internet tone. That's true. That's true. Cook says, what's that pre-internet tone on the drum? Probably Neil Peart. Anthony says Neil Peart. Truman says, any classic metal, please. What do we got classic? What's the most classic metal I got? Holy Diver by Dio. DJB said, I was a fifth of 101 proof JD with copious amounts of THC and sweet. Yikes. That's heavy duty, man. Thanks, Cooking Coasters. Yeah. I knew Chuck for about 5 years before he died. You know, I hung out with him all the way up to that point, man. Val says he done his share of 151s. Oh man, yeah. A lot of bad stuff out there, man. Better off not to drink or do drugs at this point in your life. Val's got them prayers. I appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Cooking says, bruh, what? How does he get these connections with Chuck and Chrissy? I got stories for days, Cooking. I got stories for days, man. I actually did an interview with a book writer. He's doing an autobiography, an authorized biography of Chuck Schuldiner. And I probably talked to him for like close to 3 hours, talking about everything I could remember from hanging out with Chuck and Richard and all this stuff, man. Thanks, Greedy Boy. Frankie D in the house, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Chris Hogan said, hey, brother, I've been working on my pentatonics. I feel somewhat confident walking up and down. What scale should I practice next? Just learn a regular A minor scale, or Aeolian mode is what it's called. Just A minor scale. Start with that. That'll be it, man. Then learn the next mode after that, which is the Locrian mode. Then the Mixolydian, or the Ionian mode, and then the Dorian mode, then the Phrygian mode. Just learn the modes. If you look at my channel, Chris, I do have an instructional from about 7 years ago. It explains the modes a little bit for you. Let's see. Rick Shaver said, I learned to play guitar from Guitar Player magazine. True that, man. I remember that. They had Guitar World, the Guitar Player, I think, and then Guitar for the Practicing Musician. Those were the three back in the day. I took lessons for 2 years straight. 1 year with a theory teacher, learning chords and scales and modes and circle of fifths and all that kind of stuff. And then I took from a neoclassical shredding teacher another year after that. Let's see. What's up, Jennifer Gilvin? How you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Juji says, congrats to everyone staying clean. Y'all truly, absolutely. I felt so much better. Nashi Kid says, Rick is big time, to be honest. I feel that, man. Thank you so much, buddy. Judy says, Rick may not know everyone personally, but I bet he knows a guy who knows a guy. This is true. This is true. Cooking says, does the drummer write the drum parts, or do you write them for another drummer? I mean, for all my songs, I read everything. I read all the drums, the bass, the keyboards, the orchestrations. But then when I have a drummer play it, I give them freedom, to just stick to the basics, but then add your own vibe to it. Because a lot of times the riff and the drum beat go in hand, side by side or hand in hand. So I need a specific drum beat to be playing. But a lot of times, fills and transitions, it's like wide open. You go for it, Evan says, nobody ever talks about Dorian. I do. I play them all. You got to play them. All right, let's see. We got another album track here coming up. We'll throw that up on the screen. We got a t-shirt too. If anyone's into merchandise, t-shirts, stuff like that, we got a ton of stuff on our shop now. It took a while to get going, but we finally got it all covered here. But we'll throw this t-shirt up. This is the next song. This is the title track to my album. It's called Until the Bitter End. And we're going to let loose. Let's go. Alright, that was Until the Bitter End, the title track to my album. Once again, if you'd like to hear that and the other rest of the album, go to my YouTube page, look for the Releases tab, and listen to your heart's content. It is free to stream. If you'd like to purchase it on iTunes or Amazon, you're more than welcome to do that as well. We certainly do appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight. A lot of great comments. I do appreciate them. Let's see. Where do we leave off with here? Okay, I remember that one. MC, no circle of 1/4 for sure. Dylan says, it's always interesting when different guitar players come from different music backgrounds. I haven't heard anything like this, like the twin guitarists from Doth and their jazz influence. Yeah, it's amazing, what people listen to, because it's all dependent on what you grew up listening and learning to. I learned Yngwie Malmsteen stuff. I learned Ritchie Blackmore stuff. I learned Uli Roth, Uli John Roth of the Scorpions and his solo career stuff. Learned Al Di Meola. I loved Al Di Meola like crazy. And Andy LaRocque. Like, I would learn albums of their stuff. And my playing style is like an amalgamation of all those dudes put together in like a big mixing pot, and all the other influences I have as well. So it's amazing what people can do. You can kind of come up with your own style. It took me a while to get my own style, because a lot of stuff sometimes it would sound like Yngwie, sometimes it would sound too much like Ritchie Blackmore. But the War of Thrones album that came out in 2018 was the first album I ever did that sounded like me. Like, it didn't sound like anybody else. It sounded like me, which is cool. Thank you, drummer. Nashi Kid, appreciate that, man. MC, thank you very much. Thank you, Lisa. Bustin' Face in the house. How you doing, brother? Cooking Coaster says he likes playing songs by Death on the drums because their parts are very technical, which is rare. Vital Remains is by far my favorite band to play the brutal. Nice, dude. It's one thing about Chuck Schuldiner, man. He never skimped on musicians. He always found some of the best musicians to play on his records and go tour with them. And that's the truth, man, for sure. He's had some of the best drummers ever. Josephina, there you go. Chris said, can you send me a link to one of those shirts? I think if you click on the link on the print, right on the video, it should take you right to the little store. Big Adam, what's up, buddy? He says, I've been messing with the Amplitude and custom IR sound much better in my opinion. Have you tried this? I found many free ones. Yeah, I don't use the IRs too much. I do have a pretty decent collection of them. I bought I forgot it was on eBay. Because I bought a Helix. One of the first things I bought was Helix. Because I like Line 6 stuff too. I used to use Line 6 stuff like crazy. And so I bought Helix. And then I was looking on eBay, see if there's any Yngwie patches or already some patches people made. And some dude had all these different patches and all these IRs on top of it, and I grabbed them, a ton of them. But yeah, I never got into them, man. I just go with the cabinet sound that usually comes with it, and it works out for me. But yeah, if you find the right IR, the right IR, man, it sounds ripping, man. Nashi Cat's like, oof. There you go. MC, thanks. Okay, Chris found it. Good to go. Archangel Ishmael, good to see you, and thank you so much. Tukey, hello to you, bud. Good to see you. Juji says, so much soul in that thrash. You know how that goes. Josephina, you're welcome. Thank you for hanging with us tonight. Don's like, that part is just so sick. I mean, heck, there's some wild stuff going on there. Cooking says, you got any tips for learning? I'm not sure where to start. I don't play guitar right now, but I'm rocking a 5-string. Nice. I mean, dude, if you already can play a 5-string bass, then guitar is not too much different. But yeah, I would start with guitar chords, like YouTube. Go on YouTube here and go, how do I play chords on guitar? And learn all of them. Learn all the ones you can, whatever. Get your fingers, into it, and then after that, just learn scales. And that's the two biggest things. Chords and scales are the two biggest things you need to know for playing guitar. Archangel Ishmael, thank you, buddy. Let's see. Laura, thank you. Juji says, you're in the groove. Thank you, Juji. We're rocking tonight. The Mountain Dew's kicking in now. Feeling better. Thanks, Rhino. Appreciate that, buddy. Metal to the max. Thank you there. Donald says, blaze in the sky. Oh, yeah. DJB, thanks, buddy. Val, thank you. Right on, MC. Appreciate that. DJB got all the asteroids dropping on that one. Nice, nice. Thanks, Ishmael. Skyfire, thank you. Feisty in-house, he says, hey, ho, way to go, Ohio. Oh, yeah, man. Akron represent, man. You know how we do. DJB's feeling a calling on vengeance tonight. Why don't we just do it next? You got it, you got it. Chris says, I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to keep up and failed miserably. Didn't hear the sing. I feel like that's one of the hardest songs, dude. That right there, that one, and actually the next one we were about to play was some of the two hardest songs on that album. They go crazy, man. Timothy Jones, appreciate that, man. He says, do you practice slow no phrasing? No, I mean, I've been just playing so long that, I can hear the chords in my head and I can kind of visualize the notes that should go over it. And just let my fingers do the walking pretty much, man. Chris Parker, thank you so much. Donald James says, I recommend supporting Rick's tour fund. I know, right? Super Zero, I sure don't, man. But I smoked more weed than you probably ever would in your whole life, buddy, back in the day. I guarantee it, man. We fired up. And we had lots of money to spend, so. Skyfire says, can you play Iced Earth Traveling? I never heard that song. The only Iced Earth I listened to is the stuff with like Richard on it. And then I have another friend that plays with Iced Earth, Brent Smedley, plays drums. That album too, that 10,000 Strong with Tim Owens. Some of my favorites. Thank you, Nancy. We do appreciate you. We keep praying for you. You definitely sure of that. We got you covered on them prayers, Nancy. Texas has been hit hard this last couple of weeks, so prayers are all over the place. Streamify, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Altar of Parasites, much love to you, brother. I'm having a great day, man. I'm starting to wake up finally. Vice says, your styles take no prisoners. Indeed. No prisoners, man. We go for the throat around here. Ebi Aziz Musa from Indonesia. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, I know, right? Super Zero one. You got a deal for me there, Super Zero? You got some hookups? We need a hookup, man. No. I would rather spend my money on something better than drugs or alcohol. A lot of stuff. All right, Nancy, have a good one. Sleep well. We appreciate you. Mail to the Max says, Helix is amazing. Look forward to Stadium. It's going to change the game. That thing looks dope, man. I couldn't get a tone out of it. I couldn't get the right tone out of it, man. I was so close. I just couldn't get it, man. I was getting frustrated with it. The way the user interface was. I was like, this is the weirdest junk, dude. What is this? And then I got an email from IK Multimedia. Like I said, I could upgrade my license. I used to own Amplitude 5 like back in the day. And out of nowhere, they're like, hey, you can upgrade for like $50. I'm like, okay. So I got Amplitude 5. And within 10 minutes, I had this tone that you hear right now. 10 minutes. I've been using it ever since, man. But the Helix was close, man. I used to use a Line 6 pod. I've got a Line 6 rack. Right underneath my foot here, there's a Line 6 rack. That's really nice. What was that? Pod XT? Pod 2.0 XT? Something. Real nice rack. If I says learn scales, then go scale something. I'll scale the mountain. Rick's out of here, buddy. Thanks so much. I know 5 a.m. comes early, bro. We appreciate you. Appreciate you hanging out, my friend. You take care tonight. Pella got the count. 3:14. Now we're cooking. Cooking says, if you listen to Morbid Angel's first album in '89, what do you think? They were crazy, dude. Yeah, I had some friends that loved Morbid Angel, a lot of that early death metal, I guess you would call it. I never got into it much. I was into my own thing, man. I was really into Yngwie and all this Richie Blackmore and stuff. Really, really deep into it. Straight Cushion, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Extreme Recluse says, how the hell do you hold down a 9 to 5 and manage this? Well, luckily I work 12 to 9. So I can stay up a little bit, wake up a little later. I'm also a salary employee, so if I need to take a little extra time off here and there, I can do that pretty easily. Yeah, it's definitely, it's a long day when I'm doing work and shredding. Let's see. Clarice Koo, good to see you. Hello to you. Jeremy Coleman, what's up, brother? Good to see you tonight. Kelly's in the house. Buenas noches, Kelly. If I say his user interface is the GF, there you go. Dylan says, thankfully, the herbs are cheap in Oklahoma. Use it for page management and gives helps with his Graves' disease tremors. I went and saw a family in Minnesota and found it was recreational and much cheaper. Nice, dude. I mean, yeah, if it helps people, I mean, I got nothing wrong with it. I don't condone, what's the word? I don't not condone it. I mean, people need it, man. There's some people that truly need it, and some people can do it. My job is a drug-free workplace, so no way for me. My job is very important to me. I stay clear of it. And I didn't pass a drug test a long time ago, and I was like, that was the big thing. I didn't pass a drug test once, and I lost a pretty decent job before I got this one. And I was like, man, that's it, man. I can't be doing this stuff anymore. But it's I feel it, man. There's a lot of people that use it for pain management. Cancer patients use it. I remember we used to use this. We had this stuff. My friend, I guess he knew someone that had cancer, but he didn't like the weed or anything like that. So they gave him these pills. They were called Marinol or something. And but he didn't like them, so he kept getting to my friend. And that was some crazy stuff, man. I was like, man, this stuff's better than smoking it, man. Pricing those drugs are recreational. They can wreck your life, man. I mean, if you got the wherewithal to do it, and you don't have any other responsibilities, I guess, you could sit at home and do it, man. It's not gonna hurt nobody. But yeah, I think it's when it hurts people, like drunk drivers and stuff. You gotta look out for that. Shoot, we're about to do something, man. I totally forgot where I was gonna do. Was I gonna do some sort of song? What were we gonna do? Someone asked for something. Oh yeah, I think someone asked for like a classic metal. All right, so check this out. Here's some Holy Diver. Anyone who don't love Dio, I don't know what you're doing here, because Dio is one of the greatest. I watched this Dio concert last night, the one from '86. Man, that was awesome, dude. But he jammed this one for sure. That's the jam. I remember it was. DJ B wanted to hear Calling on Vengeance. We'll get that loaded up next before I forget. Calling on Vengeance. What the heck is it, man? Oh, I got it in here. Oh, here it is. All right. Calling on Vengeance. Load that up. That's ready to go. I'll check these comments right quick. Oh, let's see. Cooking Coast, is there any songs you would consider unreachable or extremely tiring? I mean, if there's anything I want to learn, I can learn it. That's not a problem. I had a funny one on TikTok the other day, like, floods by Pantera is this dude's worst nightmare. I was like, it is? Why? And I learned it in like 5 minutes, man. It took me 5 minutes. I remember I've seen people play it, never tried to learn it, man. It's not hard at all if you practice it, but I don't know, man. There's nothing I can't do that I don't want to do, but some things I don't care to do, you know? I think that's the big thing. I just don't care to learn it. I don't care, you know? I like to listen to something, but I don't really care to learn it. I also write my own songs, so that takes up a lot more time for me. I'd rather put more time in my original songs than learn someone else's songs. It's not going to do me any good. Well, I feel it, though. Robin Hood, what's up, buddy? Kelly, thank you. John said, I should play Calico by Weed Eater. Brother, I never heard what that is, man. I should go to Home Depot and get a Weed Eater to clean up my yard, man, but I don't need no Calico Weed Eater. I don't even know, bro. Mark Steve says, can you play 96 Quite Bitter Things? I never heard of that in my life, dude. 96 Quite Bitter Things. I don't even know what that is, bro. I appreciate you. All right, DJ B, there it is. Calling him names. I did see that. Jeremy said, I was just about to say, Dio. I read your mind, Jeremy. Kelly, thank you. Val, Nashiket, thank you. Extreme says, I didn't know how to roll. I switched to pipes and bongs, burned up my lugs. Then my buddy introduced me to brownies and cookies. Yeah, that's much better, man. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, Jude, you want to hear the king? We have to do a back-to-back one then. Kelly, thank you. Anthony knows that Dio. Evan says, eating it just makes me sleep. I feel it. I tried that before, man. What was it? Me and Wade, we went somewhere like down to, we're going to hang out with the people, the dudes from Crimson Glory, like Ben Jackson, a bunch of people. Ben had a separate band, and it was like during Christmas, and then some lady made brownies for everybody, and Wade was part of that kind of family, so they gave some to Wade. We ate those things, we were tore up. I was like, yo, this is the way to do it right here, man. And you just all you had to do is take a little chunk, and you were toasted. Juji, thanks, Chris. Evan says, Juji, you want an Elvis song? No, the king, the real king. Rob Rock's the king. There you go. Straight Cushion. I like this song. I never heard of Dio before. Man, Dio's the greatest, dude. Like I said, we were talking about Dio last night. There was a concert from 1986. It's the Sacred Heart Tour in Philadelphia Spectrum. And it's like super well produced and directed, and the sound quality is excellently perfect. I watched pretty much that whole thing last night. It's amazing. Nachi Ket feels that. He said, it makes every cover sound better. Thank you, Nachi Ket. Southwest, good to see you, brother. Robin Hood, thank you, bro. Let's see, Dylan says, I can respect that too. Not everyone uses it responsibly. There are many ways you consume it now. It's interesting how many old ladies come to the dispenser. I feel that, man. I know. Straight Cushion say, we play Requiem for the Lost tonight. We could, bro. We could. I'd be happy to, man. I love that song. Clay said, I needed some mellow night. Some dude at my work told me I was ripping them off by proxy. Things got really loud. There you go, man. It's good to see you tonight, brother. Val Kimmer knows good songwriting takes time. Yeah, it takes more time. More time than I'd rather put all my time into writing songs, man. Cooking says, understand, but I feel some genres can be difficult just because it's not an area of expertise. I mean, if I'm getting paid, then I will definitely learn it, you know. I'll learn whatever you want if I'm getting paid. But if I'm not getting paid, I don't care. You know, it's not a big deal to me. And I don't think it's like some, you know, thing like, well, I can play so-and-so by what's such and such, you know, like, who cares? I don't care what you could play. Personally, you know, not you or anything. I was like, I don't care what anyone could play. As long as you're playing and having a good time, that's all that matters to me, man. Like I said, if someone throws me a ton of money and says, here, learn this album, you go on tour with us or whatever, I'm like, you give me enough money, I got you covered, man. Anthony says, get an 18-volt Ryobi. I feel that Ryobi's good stuff, man. Southwest says, weed eater, a stoner. Well, I ain't a stoner, man. Straight Cushion says, oh, there you go, man. Timothy says, what do you think of musicians who that don't know notes but play by ear? I don't have any disrespect for them. I mean, everyone does things differently. I can do both. I can learn by ear and I can read notes. You know, but if as long as you're learning the songs and you can play them correctly, I mean, I got nothing wrong with that, man. I don't think you know, I don't think musicians should be elitist in any way. Like I said, you know, everyone does things their way, and if their way works for them, that's all I need to know, man. Donald James said he also has a Ryobi extended chainsaw. There you go, man. That's what I'm talking about. Texas Chainsaw Massacre up in there. Lester Mitchell, what's up, brother? Great to see you, man. Oh, shoot, we got to get your page up here, Lester. If you all don't know who Lester is, man, Lester is a fantastic guitar player. One of the best I've seen around here, man. And a really super dude. We're going to throw Lester's page up here. Y'all love great guitar players like me. Check out Lester there. If you can click on that link, make sure you give Lester a subscribe. We truly appreciate that. It's great to see you, brother. And there goes my chat again. Okay, there we go. Rip Rain says, "What's your favorite guitar that you've ever had?" This one right here, man. I mean, I don't know. There's one. I had a real nice Charvel Model 4. One of my first guitars, man, was really nice. I broke the neck on it, being stupid, and then I got it fixed and I sold it, and I was like kind of thankful that I did. But yeah, that whole Charvel was really nice. I had a real nice Charvel 3DR as well. It was the prequel to like these guitars, these reverse neck Jacksons and the reverse neck Charvel Predators. That was a smoking guitar too, man. I miss that one. But I had a lot, man. I got a lot of money when I was a little kid, man. Someone passed away when I was like young, and then when I turned 18, I got all this money from that person that passed away and from the will or whatever. And I went and spent a ton of money, dude. I bought probably spent like half of it on guitars and amps and stuff, just like that. Dominic said he wished edibles worked on him. Yeah, sometimes it don't, man. I guess it's different for everybody, man. Some people need that inhale, you know. Straight said those brownies hit different for sure. Indeed, indeed. Dylan said when my roommate got her tonsil removed, I made her some jelly with her favorite gummies. There you go, man. Cooking says my grandma got high by accident. She had a bunch of brownies and chocolate with weed in it, and she ended up in a hospital. Yeah, dang, dude. Yeah, you can't do too much. I never heard of any people dying from that, but you could get really sick, I'm sure. That's a lot of THC cranking. John, appreciate that, man. Good to see you tonight. Metal Mark says, what's your dream guitar? Make, model, cost, no object. Very simple. Tell Jackson to get the blueprint for this guitar and remake it for 2025. Make it. That's it. That's all we need. Got to have this tremolo bar on it. Got to have similar pickups on it. 24 frets with the markings there. Reverse headstock like we do. That's it, man. It'd be the easiest thing they could do, man. They could do it in a minute, probably. They got all the pieces and parts ready to rock, I'm sure. C. Pull, what's up? He says, my friend's daughter's really into Vinnie Vincent. What are your thoughts on his style? Vinnie Vincent was a wild dude, man. He was I don't know, man. He could shred, but it was like this wild, crazy shred, man. And I remember seeing the Boys Are Gonna Rock video. I was like, what the hell's going on? This is crazy, man. But yeah, Vinny's an amazing songwriter. People don't know how good Vinny can write songs. He's written a lot of amazing songs over the years. And not just for himself or Kiss, for other people. And yeah, really cool, man. But yeah, his style's wild and crazy. Unfortunately, he does have like an instructional video out there, and it's like his opening solo is just like, might have wanted to re-record that one. That was a little wild. Let's see. Evan wants that Hello Kitty guitar. There you go, man. Falcon, there you go. Matthew Butler, what's up, brother? Good to see you. All right. Oh, absolutely, Lester, man. No problem, bro. Yeah, I truly appreciate what you do, man. And I try and catch up to you on TikTok and everywhere. I don't go on the social media as much as I should anymore. But every time I see one of your videos, man, I hit that like button for sure, man. That's cool. And dude, you're like an amazing. The stuff that Lester's doing right now is just unbelievable. It's like, what are you? You're sight reading all that stuff, right? He's just like literally like looking at the screen, and he's playing some of the hardest stuff in the world. Like, that's sick, dude. That's what's up right there. Thank you, Lisa. Almost says Extreme Recluse says some of the greatest musicians can't read notation. That's true. That's very true. Jesse says if you're new to this channel, prepare to become obsessed. There you go. Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate that. Thanks, DJB, for subscribing to Lester. Thank you, Juji, for subscribing to Lester. We truly appreciate that. Don says, oh man, Lester playing the Guthrie cover. He killed it too. He did, what'd you do, Sea of Lies by Symphony X? I was like, my God, dude. That is so good, man. That is so good. Evan says, reading guitar music is one thing. Reading music and transcribing is impossibly hard, yeah. That's what I did that in college, man. We had they just started getting these computers with these musical notation programs. And one of my classes, we had to write our own, classical guitar pieces and stuff like that. Man, I was like, it was pretty wild to do, man. But I have it somewhere. I got one of my pieces. I saved it. I got to print it out and saved it. I have to find that. Steve, what's up, brother? Great to see you, man. Fred Hinkle, our boy from the fields of southern Indiana. Good to see you, brother. Let's say that's an awesome guitar. You love the 24. Thanks, Lester. Yeah, this is my favorite one. I got 5 of these actually, but this one's got the magic in it for some reason. This one's magical. It's just perfect. Everything works about it perfectly. But yeah, these old Jacksons are my favorites. I have a video on YouTube here. It's not on my channel, but it's on my friend's channel. The guy that directed it. It's Fire Within. It's got me playing this guitar, but it's got the stone finish. So I've had been playing this type of guitar. I think since about '96 is when I got that guitar, and I've been playing them ever since. Although when I did my touring and stuff, between '99 and 2005, I was using my Charvel Predator. Only had 22 frets, but yeah, I've been using this one ever since. I love this one. T-Bird said he just finished watching Blazing Saddles. God dang it, that's a classic right there. Lisa says she can't win. The dogs calm down out of the thunderstorms, and the dang neighbor shooting. What? Lester knows Vinny is wild. Yeah, he's a crazy dude with that stuff, man. Now Mark says, any guitar that you built yourself? Nope, not me, dude. I'm not into that kind of stuff, really. Never got into the building and the stuff. I mean, no. The closest I have is I have a Stratocaster that me and my friend were trying to turn into like an Ingve Strat. And most everything was changed, like all the pickups, the volume knob was replaced with a 250 pot. I killed the middle pickup, put a brass nut on, killed the tone knobs. Tone knobs don't, are disconnected, but nothing crazy though. Ray Cushion says, Hello Kitty guitars are badass. Here you go, man. George Cavson says, hey, I've been happy with the cheaper PS4 being reissued. That'd be nice too. People like that one. I didn't like it. I didn't like the pickup in the middle. My friend Mike Estes used to play with Asheron, a bunch of big death metal bands back in the day. He loved those PS4s, but I had that pickup in the middle, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that pickup for some reason. Evan says it's possible to OD on THC, but body can metabolize it too quick. Okay, there you go, man. I had a feeling. Cookie Coast says, you ever thought of playing the drums? I can play drums pretty decently, man. Yeah, like I said, I was great friends with Richard Christie. He's one of the best drummers on the planet. And he let me play his drums all the time, man. And he showed me how to play a lot of stuff, how to do rudiments, and things like that, and where he placed, when he was writing songs, where he placed the cymbals, tom fills, this and that. It's fun. I want to get an electric kit. Stardust wants to play drums on an electric kit, so I've been looking. We don't have any room for one, but I'd love to play him too, because I know how to write a beat. That's for sure. Les says thank you, Lester. He says you're one of the best. I appreciate that, Lester. Absolutely, bro. He says, yeah, I try to sight read, but man, it's hard sometimes. And some of the stuff you're playing, I don't doubt it, man. I'm like, that's insane, dude. People are tripping. People are loving it, man. TikTok's loving it big time for you, Lester, and that's great to see, man. That's great to see, man. I love to see quick growth like that, and people on TikTok are really eating Lester's videos up, man. That's great. Let's see. Don says, that's incomparable to play like that on the fly. Dude, Sea of Lies, yeah. He's just sight reading that thing, like you can see his eyes are just watching it, like, and he's just like, I was like, dude. Anthony says, I'd like buying instruments from pawn shop in Frankstown. I got a Jackson bass. I wired open a note. There you go, man. That's what's up, man. Sometimes that's the best way to go. Thanks, Lester. I appreciate that, man. Dylan says, my dream guitar would be a rebuild version of his Mockingbird. Nice, dude. Yeah, what was Craig Goldie was using a BC Rich Warlock in this concert with Dio. So good, man. Evan said he got brass nuts. Rick, it's cold out here. I know, right? You got to have it. Val says, Rick, how much does the tone difference with the brass nut? Aside from the original one, like the plastic one, a ton, man. It just gives us a different, warmer sound to it, from what I could tell. It's very nice. I have the guitar still. It plays like garbage. I don't know how to set up Fenders. I know how to set up anything with a Floyd Rose, but the Fenders, I don't know how to set those up right. And it's like frets out too much. I'm trying to get the right setup on that. But I have to take it to one of my, like a luthier or something. Rosana Obrigado, good to see you. Buenas noches. Don said the trim on the PS4 was it? I think it was a Takeuchi or something like that. Yeah, I don't like those. Let's see. Shake the Stars, have a good night, brother. Nash Kitchen, been appreciating the drum arrangements on your tracks. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. The Origines, thank you, buddy. Yeah, I love writing drum tracks. I wish I had more time. Like usually I'm like really quick with them, just getting them done. But yeah, I love to get it right. I want it to I want it to sound like a real drummer. You know. But let's hear a real drummer right here. This is Richard Christie on this song, along with Matt Sinner from Primal Fear. This one's called "Calling on Vengeance." Let's rock it. Yeah, that's a good one there. Tell you what, there's a funny story about that. It's not funny. It's like almost sad. Um, Matt Sinner's a really great friend of mine who plays with the band Primal Fear, which also has Ralph Sheepers, who's the singer. And Ralph Sheepers is one of my favorite singers of all time. Matt was going to surprise me and have Ralph sing on the track along with him. The bad news was that this is in 2000 or so, 1999, 2000. And I didn't know the difference between Mac Pro Tools and the difference of PC Pro Tools. Nowadays they have it all pretty well, set up. And I didn't know. He said, "Oh, just send me the files." So I sent him all the files, but he opened up on he couldn't use them because they were PC files. So he had to like do all this conversion and stuff. And by the time they had the conversion finished and we're starting to record, Ralph's like, "I gotta leave. I gotta go back home." And I was like, and Matt told me the story. I was like, "Man, are you Ralph Sheeper would have sang on this song?" I'm like, "Man, dude, what happened?" And I learned, I learned the hard way. Like, okay, I got to ask you before, what kind of Pro Tools you got, and then what kind of files you need before I ever shipped them off again, man. It was a sad moment in my life, but it was all good. It was all good. Rob went and sang the backups for us, so that helped out. Let's see. All right, we're gonna do that King for you, Juji. We're gonna do Fire Within first, though, real quick, and then we'll get that King for you. I promise you. Oh, let's see. Origins, thank you, John. Much love to you, buddy. Thank you, Lester. And let's see. Thank you, Lisa. Origins, like there you go. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna work on Stardust, the keyboard dilemma. It's weird. Like as soon as she like press a key, like in a YouTube chat, like on the YouTube app, the whole screen would go like flash white, and then she couldn't type anymore. But you could type everything else, anywhere else except for that chat. So I'm gonna try it with like an iPhone or an iPad. I got an extra iPad sitting around. We're gonna try it on that. Christina, how you doing? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing good tonight. Always good to see you. DJ B's feeling now. That's a killer song. I appreciate that. Nachi Cat, thank you. Thank you, Gloria. DJ B, Val Kim, appreciate you. Thanks, Lester. Very kind of you, man. Appreciate it. That's one of the. So when I did my solo album, the record label was like, how do you want to do this? I'm thinking I want to do like Yngwie did with his first album. I want to do half instrumentals and half vocal tunes. And they're like, that sounds like a great idea. So that's how we went. So I wrote a bunch of vocal tunes for the album as well. Nashi Ket, thanks, buddy. Evan says he loves when the comments slow down because everyone's so blown away. Ain't that the truth? I would hope so. Gloria says, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, people. That's how you do it. T-Bird's feeling that. Thank you, Tina. Nashi Ket says, I'm blown away to a different planet. Which planet is it? Does it have an extra 8 hours a day, Nashi Ket? Because I will come join you if it has an extra 8 hours in the day. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks, Ray. Good to see you, brother. Obrigado, Rosana. What's that? I know I'm not saying anything, but you kick ass. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you, Nachi Kid. Rosanna was feeling that one. Metal Mark says, the guitar riff when you started reminded me of Yngwie's All See Lifetime. Yeah, Yngwie's, that goes like this. This is more Richie Blackmore. Similar but different. Yeah, Yngwie. I was really wanting to make a Richie Blackmore vibe with that riff. Thanks, Lester. Appreciate that. Hebert says, I need the Linux Pro Tools. Is there such a thing? I don't think there's such a thing. There could be, though. Can't you? Oh, you don't want to do that. I was going to say, I'm thinking of Mac. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know what Linux probably got some stuff, though. But yeah, Pro Tools, as far as I ever know, is strictly Mac or PC. It's strictly Mac for the longest time. And then they finally made it for PC. Extreme says, when I listen to you, my memory goes back to the mosh pits. I'm too old, but it's fine. I feel that, dude. I feel that. Anthony says, class example of luck when preparation meets opportunity. I know, right, brother? Thanks, Wood. Ray said, Ray was talking to Lester. It was just over your channel and sub. You're awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for subscribing to Lester, Ray. We appreciate that. Pellet got that count. 400. Nice. Timothy says, what's one of your favorite ballads with balls? There's that song, Yngwie Malmsteen, Save Our Love. It's probably a pretty good one. There's another Forever One. Yngwie wrote the good ballads, man. I always liked Yngwie's ballads. But yeah, probably one of those, I think. Off the top of my head, thinking real fast, maybe. Primal Fear got one called, what's it called? It's an Iron Fist and an Iron Fist and a Velvet Glove. Primal Fear. That's one of Primal Fear's ballads. And that's a heavy jam right there. Fever said, yeah, do some maintenance on the roof yesterday. Nothing like working on a black rubber roof in 100-degree heat. That's probably nothing. That's probably like working on the sun, bro. Oh, God. All right, what do we got here? Anthony Warren dropped 5 official memberships. Wood got one. Weed Hopper, Gabriel Miner, Dax Anderson, and Rob Lucas. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Anthony Warren. We do appreciate that. That rules, bro. Very, very kind of you, man. Oh, let's see. Wood, I'm in a standard D. Yeah, it's standard tuning, but a whole step down. We appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Rick Hickman in the house. How you doing, Rick? Good to see you. All right, let's get cooking here. What do we got? Well, we got a Fire Within shirt, don't we? Let's see if we can get that up in here. It's always hard to search for this because every time I search the Fire Within, it shows me nothing but the sweatshirts and stuff. There we go, Fire Within. All right, we'll throw this t-shirt up on the screen. This one's a big tune for me. Probably one of the biggest songs I ever wrote, ever so far. I think it's 376,000 views here on YouTube for this song alone. Got a lot of radio play in Europe and Japan. So that's a cool one. This is a fun one. It's called The Fire Within, so check it out. Private, the Fire Within, man. That's probably one of the best times I ever played that. I might have to like save that one. I'll save that one. That felt good. All right, we gotta switch gears and play the King for Juji next. Where is that one? There's the King. All right, let's get that loaded up for Juji. And let's see, a lot of great comments here. I do appreciate everyone hanging out. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so. We have a lot of fun here. It's a great community. I do put videos out every single day of the week, and we go live 5 times a week. So come hang with us. Apercao, boa noche, amigo. Good to see you. Obrigado, too. Let's see. Mel Mark says he likes quite a few Testament ballads. Return to Serenity, the ballad. I remember that one. And the Legacy. I remember those tunes. Those were good, man. Donald James says he worked on a roof one time and burned his back. Only took a picture. Now my whole back was with yikes, dude. For some odd reason, I started watching I played Call of Duty, and the Beavis and Butthead were released to Call of Duty as operators. So I was like watching some of those videos. Now I'm starting to get a lot of old Beavis and Butthead clips, and only because you said this, Donald. There was a clip I was watching, and Beavis whirls in. He got his shirt off, and his whole backside is completely sunburnt. And Butthead's over here slapping him on the back constantly, pretending there's a mosquito on his back. And Butthead's like, Butthead, yeah, I've ever said it before, I'm going to kill you. I'm just going to kill you, Butthead. That's a classic, dude. Straight Kush said, roof work is the worst for me. My neck looked like a slab of ribs at a cookout. I could feel that. There was one time, man, me and my friend, we did a whole bunch of hallucinogenic stuff. Let's say this, some hallucinogenic stuff, and we went to the beach. We were so hot, we were so messed up. We went to the beach, and I had this shirt. It was like you probably laugh. I had this LL Cool J Walking with the Panther T-shirt. It was all cut up, like the sleeves were cut off, and I cut the neck out a whole bunch, and it was kind of like hanging off my shoulder. And had sunglasses on, and we was out there with no suntan lotion or nothing, man. My whole face was burnt, like half the side of my body was like sunburnt. It was a mess, dude. It was a mess. I looked like a raccoon with the complete sunburned face with like the glasses. I had the glasses on. It was bad, dude. Funny story for you. Funny classic. Thank you, Gloria, DJB, Lisa, Straight Cushion. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for that. T-Bird says, perhaps they don't give out free memberships to people on the Firefox browser. Who uses that anymore? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, dude. I got to figure this out for you, man. Dylan said, I used to work for a company along with this. We used to go around mobile detailing and oil changes. Found out the other outside temperature was 127. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I got in my car. I said like 108 and stuff. Ambient temperature. I'm like, what the heck, man? Nashikawa had his conducting jam out. There you go. Anthony said he started working at 13 carrying shingles on the roof for the layers and pick up the tear-off debris. And now he says 33 and own a heating and air business. Life is good. Roofing was a hard job. I feel that, buddy. Yeah, working outside, I don't know how people can do it. I mean, even when I was a little kid, a young like 16-year-old, my first job was like inside telemarketing in the AC, man. I was like, I'm going to stay in this AC, man. I ain't never working outside. Clint Sheldon, what's up, bro? He said, let him cook. You know how we do. Yeah, I'm going to forget it. T-Bird said he just tried using the Chrome browser. The ads were so bad. It had the chat box pushed down where I couldn't get to it. Dang, man. There you go, Juji. Extreme Recluse says the guitar is one of the most versatile instruments known to man. Make it sound like the human voice is amazing. I can hear you singing in your mind. Oh, yeah, dude. I try and make it talk, I try and make it talk. She guys playing it is nothing like I feel that, man. Evan says he gets 0 ads on YouTube. Yeah, I don't get too many. Not like that. I can close them. I can skip them. I don't get like stuck ads. I have another account on my work phone, my work cell phone, and I don't pay for the premium stuff, but I get ads I can skip, but I never get like one that's like stuck there that I gotta close. So I'm not sure. That's bizarre. Cletus and Clovis back in the house. What's up, guys? Good to see you tonight. They're ready for another Shred Fest Renstrom. There you go. Good to see that. Good to see that. Let's see. Evan says Wi-Fi phone no issues. Timothy Jones, thanks, buddy. Mr. Ed, appreciates you, bro. Andy said, I can't wait to hear the Gates of Babylon once you got some time to work on it. I want to play it. I love. That's one of my favorite solos. It's like if I could just remember the key changes, then I could probably just like blow through it. You know, but I always get messed up on the key changes, man. T-Bird said, you used to have that beefs with Buddy game for sake of getting your dang, dude. That's funny, man. Down says his old friend used to do that, slap him on the back. Yikes. Evan knows, take me to your leader. Opera Kyle, thank you, bro. Anthony says, remember the Captain Crunch skateboarding team game back? Dang, that's funny. Straight cushion nose. Opera Kyle, thanks, buddy. T-Bird said he hasn't got sunburn on his legs from pressure washing the church a few weeks ago. Then my legs got sunburned again. Ouch. Double burn, man. You were double, what did they say? Double baked. Twice baked T-Bird. Not good. Chad in the house, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Gloria knows we've all done that dumb stuff. I know. Evan knows, I need pee-pee for my bunghole. That was the cornholio was probably one of the funniest things you could ever see back in the day. Juan Landa, muchas gracias, amigo. V35, appreciate that for subscribing. He says, how long have you been playing? I've been playing for 27 years now, my friend. 27. Will Schlade says, what up? Rick, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Chad says, every time I hear you play, you make a guitar talk. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. No, what's up, buddy? Good day to you, mate. Leonardo says, hi, you made me practice my arpeggios again. You're a legend. Good to hear, man. You got to practice them. I need to practice them, man. I have a couple that I can do really, really well, but there's other ones I just need to like sit down and like work them out like the other ones. But it takes practice. Nice, slow practice. And the more you get that muscle memory, your fingers and your picking will know exactly what to do. All right, this one's for Juji by request, the king. Everyone loves this one. It's a hard rocker. Let's go. That made me laugh, man. They were like, who Cornholio? That was a good one, man. That made me laugh right there. Cornholio. Cornholio, yeah. So whoever doesn't know who Cornholio is, Beavis and Butthead. Beavis would eat like copious amounts of sugar. And one day he ate so much sugar, he just started freaking out, man. And he took his shirt and he pulled it up over his head, so only his face was sticking out of the, where your shirt lays on your neck. It was like over his head. It's just his face was sticking out. He's like, "I'm Cornholio. I need teepee for my bunghole." And that was it right there, man. Right then and there, man, it was like the start of a historical moment for Beavis and Butthead. So good, man. Anyway, that was called the King right there. That is getting off my album. If you haven't checked out my album, it's on my YouTube page, right here on YouTube. Just go to my page, look for the releases tab, click on that. The entire album is free to stream as much as you'd like. You can add to your playlists. You can use the sounds for videos and stuff like that too. So check that out. And again, that was called The King. We're going to play Speeder next, all right? Which reminds me, I better throw up the Speeder shirt, man. Speeder. This is my favorite shirt of all right here. I have this shirt. I own this shirt. I had to buy it for my dang self, man. I liked it so much. But I do love racing, and it's got a little racing element to it. And Speeder is one of my fastest songs we got around here. So we'll toss it up on the screen for all that can see. Speeder shirts available for you. All right, let's see what we got here. V35 Bane, thanks so much, buddy. Noel says, until the next, stay safe. Absolutely, brother. Thank you, Noel. You're welcome, Dimebag Coins. Appreciate you, brother. Juji, there you go. Thank you. V35 is like, search it, Evan. Crying face. You won't be disappointed. Indeed. It's one of the funniest things ever. Thank you, Lisa. Let's see. Trey Cushion knows if it works, it works. Evan said he knows Beavis and Butthead. Dang. Donald James is like, sweet. So thank you very much, sir. You're welcome, Donald. That's a good one there. That's one of my favorites for sure. A lot of melody, a lot of Richie Blackmore influence on that one for sure. Straight Cushion, thank you. Not your cat, thank you, buddy. Mitch, appreciate you, bro. Dylan says, I hope my phone survives. It's at 1%. Yikes. We might have to play voltage for you, send you some electricity, bro. Anthony said he never heard that song. It sounded like a fun one. There you go, buddy. Weed Hopper's feeling that. Appreciate you. Alan Gray said, I missed the whole week of your live because of work. Glad I could show up tonight. Sounds awesome. Thank you, Alan, man. I feel that, buddy. Work, life always comes first, as I always say, buddy. And we appreciate seeing you anytime you're here, Alan. Thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. Evan said, you idiot. Ren and Stimpy. I know. Ren and Stimpy is another classic, man. Leonardo, thank you. Thank you, Ray. Danny Ballard, appreciate you, brother. Grim Collision, yo, what's up, dude? Formula One Nonsense, do you watch Formula One? I do. I've been watching Formula One since probably 1976, religiously. Since then, I've never missed a season. Sometimes at the end of the year, at the end of the season, I will start fast forwarding through the races a little bit, but I've never missed a season. And I've gone through a lot of favorite drivers over my lifetime. But yeah, I love Formula One. I watch it religiously still. And I got a lot of cool Formula One stuff around here too. Stardust knows. TP for my bunghole. 5-star Sean's back. Good to see you back again. Thanks, Danny. Grim Collision. I never got into Baphomet too much. I heard their stuff, but I never tried to learn it. Crazy black metal band. That's for no doubt, man. Donald James said his mom was a big fan of Cornholio. I don't think my mom ever saw Cornholio. I'm not sure. There you go, Tim. Tim777. He said that's my favorite song. I love it, man. Good to see that. Let's see. Evan says, wasn't it caffeine pills on the bus? Yeah, well, that was during the movie. They did that in the show a long time ago. Yeah, when they're on the bus and I think it's Cloris Leachman plays the old lady and gives her, he's like, you want some candy? And he's like, yeah. And I forget he did something, man. But it was in that Beavis and Butthead Do America or whatever. That was, they did the bit in that. But yeah, that was old bit for sure. Gloria Ward knows that voltage. There you go. You might just have to rip that one out. Victor V says, did you hear you say you have an album out? Yes, sir. Easily the best place is right here on YouTube. You can stream it for free. It's right on my YouTube page. Just go to look for the releases tab. It's very easy to find. Otherwise, iTunes, Apple Music, or Amazon will be the next best place. Straight Could said, you wouldn't catch me wearing a bikini. What? What'd I miss? Let's see, Lisa got the lightning zaps going. That might be it. Redneck Axman, what's up, bro? Danny Bow says, Juan Pablo Montoya still racing? He's not. His son is, though. Sebastian Montoya is racing currently. But Juan retired several years ago. He might race some other stuff, but not Formula One, though. Let's see. All right. We got that covered. All right, we're going to go move on to Speeder next. Get it hot with Speeder. Man, I'm guzzling this Mountain Dew tonight. I got water next to me after that, though. But this Mountain Dew right here, if you like the taste of like orange, orange drink, this is the stuff, man. This stuff is delicious, man. Luckily, I have a couple more 12 packs of it. Oh, man, it's good. Dang. All right, let's get some Speeder action going. Just a disclaimer for anyone that's never heard this song. If you're driving right now, slow down or pull over. If you're seated, just buckle up and hunker down in there. If you're flying, hit that autopilot for a good 4 minutes here. And if you're brushing your teeth for some crazy reason, watch where you brush. You see, it does get bumpy, so let's go. right, that was Speeder. Hope you're safe after that. Like I said, that got bumpy for sure. That was a ripper too, man. Oof. That was a heavy jam right there. I love that one. So funny. That song was like a cutting room floor demo I did for Leash Law. Never used it, and I just like scanning my archive. Like, what's this song? That's a cool song, man. I should put that one together. And wow, it's been turned into a fan favorite, and we love it. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with that. Where we go? Okay, don't say I'm back. Apparently I missed something. Phone died at one of the last pull-offs. Oh no. Straight Cushion was feeling that. Evan says Borat is his favorite movie. So dude, Sacha Baron Cohen, those movies are legendary, dude. The two Borat movies and the Bruno movie are unbelievable, man. I laughed so hard watching those movies. And if you like Sacha Baron Cohen, Evan, he had a show on HBO Max. It was, I think. I think I only did one season of it, but my God, it was so funny, man. There you go, Juji. Eugen Miku, hey, thank you, buddy. Lisa New, hang on tight, everybody. Gloria, thank you. Lisa Nachike, Gloria knew that Speeder. I like that. I like that arrangement of emojis there, Gloria. That's a nice one there. Rusty Trumpets in the house. What's up, buddy? He said, I saw Manowar in Brooklyn last summer. I love Manowar, man. I grew up on some Manowar too, man. Into Glory Ride's probably one of my favorite Manowar albums for sure. That's, man, it's got some insane tunes on it. And, dude, Eric Adams just kills it on that record. Like some of the highest screams ever on that album. Beautiful one. I got to meet Joey DeMaio and David Schenkel. Man, back in like 92, they judged a guitar contest I was in, crazily enough, or it was 91, 92, something like that, in Akron. And they loved it, and I became friends with them. I've known David Schenkel since that time. Reconnected with him on Facebook. And then we opened up for Manowar in New Jersey back in 2002, I think it was. And I saw Joey again, and I reconnected with Joey. Yeah, it's amazing, dude. Manowar is a classic metal band. That's like one of the classics, dude. Gotta love them, man. Straight Could said, my dog's headbanging the Speeder. That's dog-approved music. Nice. I was thinking about making one of the, they got these dog music channels, you know, like you put it on for like 12 hours and you leave, and your dog just so it chills out your dog. I was thinking about making one of those channels. It would be completely different. We'll probably put it under Stardust channel. I gotta write a lot more music, though. Need more time. Dimebag Coins, there you go, brother. Gator, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man. Good to see you here, man. Appreciate that. Thank you, Anthony. Jeremy says, does not get any better than this. Woo! There you go, Jeremy. That's what I'm talking about. Weed says, that's money, dude. I feel that, man. Evan says, I forgot it's PG, no C word. Sorry, no worries, man. If a troll makes it through the subscription wait time and they say something, you're free. Free to say F, C, S, B, whatever. The whole 9 yards when a troll shows up. You can say whatever you want, though. I only get in trouble if I say stuff, but I can keep it PG-13, too. I've been doing a lot of investigation on appropriate PG-13 words. There's quite a few. You're allowed to say specific words at least once. So if I reserve the right, I can say one of the really bad words at least once, if I feel the necessity. That's it. Donald James says, probably one of the closest songs of yours I can play. Not 100%. Hey, man, I'm happy you're trying, man. Even when people try, that makes me happy, man. That honors me, dude. It does. And it's like, you know, because I've been around for a long time, and I never see no one try my stuff. Even when I left Rob Rock Band, he got a different guitar player, and he couldn't play my solos right. He wasn't playing them right. He tried, but he wasn't getting them right. And I was like, but at least he kind of tried. I was like, but man, I'm real faithful, you know. Like when I joined Rob's band and I had to play Roy Z's guitar solos, I had to play Kristen Pellettieri's guitar solos, I had to play Tony McAlpine's guitar solos. I sat for days making them perfect, you know. I wanted them perfect. That's how I am. But if you're giving it a shot, that's all that matters to me, man. And I do appreciate that. Grave, I've listened to some Mayhem, but I never learned to do much black metal. I do have a couple black metal neoclassical instrumentals that we come up with. Anthony's all about that Stargazer, man. We played that last night? I can't remember. We can play it again. I love playing it. I only get better every time I play it. Renan from Brazil, obrigado, mi amigo. Jelmer in the house, thanks, brother. Bog says, always happy to catch a stream. Good to see you, Bog. DJB says, I meant to throw up some emoticons, but I got busy talking to T-Ray. No worries, buddy. Pablo Ardar from Argentina. Bienvenidos, amigo. AC Guitar Man, thank you so much, my friend. I would say Guaras more his style. Weed Upper says, Rick, do you know any icers? I don't know any. No, not offhand. Maybe I keep wanting to learn that 10,000 strong. How's it go? I don't even know how it goes. 10,000 strong, we'll see the day. Always a pipe been broken. We have to wipe the tears away. I listen to him a lot, but yeah, I never try to learn his stuff, man. DJB said, I went to sign up for a Facebook profile. Never had one. My account was suspended for suspicious activity. Oh, wow, that's weird. Russell's honors. I drive by like everyone. Stay healthy. Absolutely good to see you, buddy. DJB says he appealed it and his account got permanently suspended. Shoot, man, just make it get a new email, dude. Sign up with a different email. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Tim77, I would love to see someone else try to play that song. I don't know anyone come. There's one person that's extremely close, and that's Tyler Shep. And Tyler Shep is like, he's like his brain is a sponge, and he loves learning this stuff, and it's like amazing to see. He's 14 years old, by the way, but he's a prodigy. So yeah, he's the only one. He can play. He can play A Fire Within. He can play Speeder. He was learning Storm Rider, and I think now he's trying to learn Until the Bitter End. So he's going crazy with that stuff, man. Abraham says, can you please play Green Hill Zone? It sounds like a video game. Is it a first-person shooter? I'll check it out. Is it on Steam? I might give it a look. Charles Bowman also said, what's up, Rick? This is a curious question. Do you think Pantera is Pantera without Dime? I mean, no. Dimebag and Vinny were Pantera. It's no doubt about it. The Abbott brothers were Pantera. I'll say this, though. Zakk Wylde is doing a phenomenal job of carrying the torch for Dimebag, and Charlie Benante is doing a fantastic job for Vinny. But they will not write another album without Dime, that's for sure. I think what they're doing right now is like a fan service love letter, out there. They're giving this they're doing this for the fans, because Phil and Rex are still going. Obviously, they're still alive. But I think, and as I said, Zach's doing a great job. Charlie's doing a great job. But I don't believe they'll do an album beyond the touring and stuff. Thank you, Abraham. I appreciate that, man. Straight Kush said they sprayed this red blood in your face. Tastes like stale paint. Where that at? Yikes. Rusty, I've heard of Sabaton. I was supposed to actually go play Sabaton Fest, but I left the band I was in. It was going to be, there was a festival in Sweden. They have a festival called the Sabaton Fest in Sweden. But yeah, I left the band, and I could have probably met him and everything. Dylan said, I had a Twitter account get banned while making it. I took it as a sign to just avoid Twitter. Yeah, probably. I have one, but I don't even use it. Jumper said he started with death black metal as a teenager. Now he's using all kinds of metal. That's cool, man. Lisa Anderson got the count right now, 555. There you go. Okay, Dylan says Green Hill Zone is the first world song from Sonic. No, I don't know that one. I used to play Sonic when I was a kid on Sega, but like a crazy. Macario's in the house, says, do what you do best, my brother. Rock on, make it cry. That's how we do, brother. Okay, Abraham, yeah. I remember as a kid, man, I was probably like 13, 14 years old when I was playing that game. I couldn't even think of it right now, but I used to love Sonic, man. After that, DJB says, they won't do another album. Yeah, exactly. I think so, yeah. Anthony says, Zach did a good job with Zach Sabbath cover band. I've seen him live. No, Zach's good. Yeah, Zach's a great player, man. There's no doubt. He's faithfully playing the songs, man, 100%. Thank you, Abraham. I appreciate you, my friend. Evan says Sabaton is a Euro power metal shiny mill. I don't know what. I never checked them out, to be honest. But yeah, like the band I was at, War of Thrones band, was supposed to play the Sabaton Fest, and I was like, but we had to pay for our flights. I was like, man, I ain't paying for none of this stuff. Like, you gotta be crazy, dude. I've already spent like thousands and thousands of dollars on the recording the record. And you want me to pay another $1,000 to fly to Sweden and to maybe play for how many people? Unknown amount. I was like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. All right, Stargazer, let's go. All right, Richie Blackmore, Stargazer. We've been loving this one lately. We're gonna give it a shot. We keep trying to make it better. I'd sell my soul for water. It's a great song right there. I gotta find time. I'm gonna learn that. I'm gonna learn get that one perfected and Gates of Babylon perfected, and then we gonna. I can't wait to rock that. I'll do a video for those ones. Those are epic Richie Blackmore pieces right there. All right, we got the next tune coming up. Storm Rider time, everybody. We know how that do. Let's get Storm Rider t-shirt up on this thing here. Storm Rider. This is one of my favorite songs to play lately. This solo is insane to play. We'll get this one cooking. Great melody, fun song. Let's load that up. All right, we got the Storm Rider shirt coming up on the screen now. We got a lot of great comments. A lot of people hanging out. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I do put videos out every single day and go live 5 times a week. And we've got one of the best communities you'll ever find here on YouTube. This is a great bunch of people, and we appreciate you there. All right, let's see. Let's see. Steve says, aye, all right. Daniel Smoke said, need some of that meth money. Yeah, that's bad news, man. I tried that stuff back in the day, man, for a whole month, man. I was dating this dancer, and she was into it big time. Got me into it. Oof. That was a whole month of wackiness right there, man. But it was pretty fun, though, I gotta admit. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty fun times. Tim77, that sounds spiritual. Oh, yeah, man. Richie Blackmore is spiritual, man. Rainbow, classic. Jason McKibben back in the house. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Leonardo said, that sounded like a Metal Slug track. Metal Slug stole it from Rainbow, brother. That song from 1977 right there, man. They didn't even have video games practically. I guess they did. Ataris. There you go, Anthony. Yeah, I know you enjoyed that one. DJB, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, you don't want to go to a Guar concert, man. You'll get messed up. Then I heard, what is it, Insane Clown Posses. I used to have a couple of friends that used to go to those, man, and they're like, we gotta take our ponchos, man. They're gonna douse us with freaking Fago and stuff. I'm like, what? These dudes were from New York, by the way. That's why I did the New York accent. But yeah, they'd like come back like they would take like Fago. I'm like, what's this Fago thing, man? Jason McKibben knows that Viking metal, absolutely. Let's see. There you go, Nachiket. My man from Russia, he said that CCCP, Spasiba, my friend. Thank you, Jelmer. And he said that song is crazy. He has such a good tone in that. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Thanks, DJB. Leonardo, there you go. Tim says, man, this is a tie with Speeder. I love it. Oh, yeah. Straight cushion, though. Storm Rider. Let's go. Adriana, God bless you. Do you believe in Jesus? I do. And then when do you start to play? I started playing in 1985. I started picking up the guitar, and it was 86. I think it was around that time, yeah. I was 15 when I really started getting into it. Yeah, a long time ago. Charles Bowman, he says, I can't get enough of that playing. Thank you, Charles. Gloria says 590 likes and it's a Sunday. I know. And we're doing the 5-minute subscriber thingy. That works, Daniel Smoker. I appreciate that, brother. All right, then. We know what's up, man. Those who know. Storm Rider. We ride the storm every day. No matter who you are, what you do, you ride in the storm somewhere. And that's why we got this song, Storm Rider, because that's who we are. The Storm Riders. Let's go. hope you stayed dry out on that one. Oof, that was feeling good there. That's an enjoyable song. We have completed the core set list. We have 34 minutes left to do whatever. I know Voltage is one of them, so we'll do Voltage. Maybe we'll try the new song of the week. We'll give that another test run. And then we'll see what happens after that. A lot of great comments. I super duper appreciate all you hanging out with us tonight. Where did we leave off? Okay, there we go. All right, Gloria said you got 590. I remember that one, Daniel. Okay, Gloria said she was 5 in 19. I'm an old man. Blaine said, can we play some Creed? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you hanging with us, Creed, but we don't play Creed. I don't know any Creed. Can you take me higher to a place where night will be? Whatever. I've heard it a million times. I had to, It's on the radio every other second of my day. But no, I'd rather listen to Mark Tremonti, man. Mark Tremonti, sorry. Mark Tremonti band's pretty nice, man. Let's see, Nashiket, thanks. Straight Cushion Us. He only plays originals tonight. That's the truth. It does say that, too, on the pinned comment. It's overlooked sometimes, but I appreciate anyone hanging out. That's for sure. JRPs, do you like Ice Knight? Dude, I like them a lot, man. Funny thing, I never really heard of him. I kind of heard the name. And then on Instagram, the Miles Dimitri Baker, he followed me on Instagram. I was like, no kidding, wow. And I started chatting with him, man. He's a super cool dude, man. And he said he played in Ice Nine Kills. I'm like, really? I started checking out. I was like, yeah, they're pretty dope, dude. And I was watching the video last night for art, whatever it's called, Art by Design or whatever. And I saw Richard Christie, my old friend Richard Christie's in that video. I was like, no way. And then come to find out they did some soundtracking for Terrifier 3. I was like, no way, this is sick, dude. So, yeah, I think they're really cool, man. It kind of got I like Motionless in White a lot, and they kind of got a vibe like that, too. A little different, but very, very cool, man. I'm going to start checking. I'm going to add some more to my playlist on iTunes. Jelmer says, 1985, 3 years later, I will be born in 88. Nice, dude. Thanks, Cole G. DJB, appreciate it. Gloria knows that, Storm Rider. Straight Cushion. Lisa, thank you. Leonardo says, you don't miss a single note. One of the best players I've seen on live. Thank you, my friend. We try. Paul Kern, thanks, buddy. Rob knows. Let him shred. That's how we do. Now she kept feeling the fire in that choir. I love that choir. That one's a really nice one. That is I think it's the Lacrimosa choir by 8Dio. The company called number 8 DIO. I have a couple of their things. There's strings and their Lacrimosa and I think Requiem choir. Very nice. Very good stuff. Straight Cushion knows that guitar singing his heart out. Hell yeah, man. Anthony, thank you, buddy. Not your kid, thank you, bro. DJB says the problem with the YouTube ads during lives I always have during a song I want to hear. The problem with that is Rick doesn't have any songs I don't want to hear. True. Yeah, Saturday nights are probably. I'm going to start on Saturday nights only. I'm going to turn off the ads and do them manually. But on the verticals, I got to keep them on for any possible, because these lives do get more views after the fact. Evan says, Cushion, the guitar makes no noise without Rick. Young Grasshopper. I know, right? El Cabbage says, I'm playing Elden Ring, listening to you, and it's kicking so much ass. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, dude. That's awesome, man. That's a hard game, man. It looks cool, but I'm not good at those games, man. It looks like it'd be heck, man. If I said get freed from Creed, I know, right? Let's see, John Triglith, what's up, buddy? DJ says, the only time I think of Creed is never. That's true. I don't think about him at all. But I've heard that song like a million times, man. Weird, crazy name. I've never heard one Five Finger Death Punch song. I've never heard one song, dude. I don't even know what they sound like. I know they're metal, but I've never heard one song. 12 Big Doll says, how about some Randy Rhoads? I think I got you, man. T-Bird says, I'm not sure how Creed was considered a Christian band. I'm not sure. I think because that Higher song, really. I think that's the only reason. Noah Pierce, thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Steve, have a good one. Take care tonight. Fight says, if you don't like Rick's music, I couldn't be friends with you. I feel that. Straight Cushion said Baking Benjamin's a Christian band. Are they? I did not know that. Hooray, says Juji. Glory says, what ads? I don't know. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate you, brother. Lisa, I haven't got any ads tonight. Yeah, I keep them pretty low, I think, on here. Glory says, you guys get ads. Some people do. I think if you're, I'm not sure how that works out. I keep them pretty chill. They're not, like you can do like low, medium, and high. I keep it on like conservative, I think it is. So, yeah, I don't know. I have YouTube Premium, so once I tried YouTube Premium, I was like, wow, I'm never going back, man. Big Dow says, a number one Ozzy fan. All right, I got you covered then, man. I know a lot of people love this Ozzy song that I got. I only got one Ozzy song in here. What's one of my favorites? I was playing this when I was like 16 years old. It's a fantastic piece. Let me know if you know what this one is, bro. Whoa, almost knocked my drink over. Shoot, let's go. Mr. Crowley. Probably one of the best ones. I'm so tired. No offense. I'm very tired of playing Crazy Train. I know how to play Crazy Train, but I'm so tired of playing it. I'd rather play Mr. Crowley, honestly. I like playing that one. That was a fun one to play. Mr. Crazy Train, I played it a million times. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see. Fried Water, I'm doing great, buddy. How about you tonight? Okay, hit 12 Big Dow said, I know them all. That's awesome, dude. I've heard them all, but I don't know them all. Don said, Over the Mountain, that's the one he can play. That's a great one, too, man. Glorious got YouTube Premium, too. Yeah, once you go Premium, you never go back. You'll find a way to pay that. The best thing, though, if you got a Samsung device, buy it off Samsung. It's like $14.99. If anywhere else, it's like $20. So I'm more than happy to pay that $14.99. Luckily for me, we have Xbox Game Pass, and they gave us like 6 months for free, me and Stardust. So we used that, and then when it ran out, I just kept paying for it. I was like, yeah, I can't go back. Straight cushion those, Mr. Crowley. 12 Big say, you only had to play 3 seconds of that. I feel you, man. Evan Kelly wants to have Final Countdown. All right, I love that one, too. Mariano Runzi, thank you so much. Thank you, Lisa. T-Bird said, who needs platinum when you got ad blocker? There you go, man. You've got the wherewithal to get it going, man. No problem, man. Nashi Kid, thank you so much. DJ B says, YouTube has a new ad blocker policy. Yeah, they're cracking down. YouTube's cracking down on AI stuff, too. You can't do a video, a faceless video without your own voice. You can't use an AI voice. You can't use recycled AI footage. They'll dump your channel in a second. They will not monetize your channel at all. There you go, 12. Let's see. Gloria said, that sucks. You'll be sitting there jamming and feeling the groove, then bam. Yeah, that used to happen to me. Sato, yeah, that's a great one, dude. Those Blizzard of Oz, Diary Man are classics, bro. Straight Coach says, what about No More Tears? I don't know that one. I mean, I know it in my head. I never tried to learn it. Fry Watch, I'm doing good. Love your stream. Appreciate that, brother. 12 says, I know I can't play it, but I know all the songs. There you go. All right, no worries, buddy. Cage Massage At the Gates. That's a great. Andy LaRock did a guest solo for At the Gates once. That's a pretty sweet one, man. Sensor Press, and I'm doing good, brother. Gloria says, I didn't know that. And I have a Samsung. Yeah, it should be cheaper with a Samsung. I know it's only I think it's $14.99 for us, but like I said, I got it through Xbox first, and then it just charged me $14.99. Gloria says, good. Done with those fake ads. Yeah, I know there's a ton of them, but yeah, they're dropping the ball on that. Dropping the ball on it, which is good, man. A lot of people are making a whole lot of money on just by using AI stuff. And YouTube's done with it. They're like, nope, no more of this junk. All right, where is Final Countdown? That's a fun one. I like playing that one. I was playing the Final Countdown with like 16, 17 years old, man. This was fun stuff. Here we go. All right. Classic nod to John Norum, one of the most underrated guitar players in history of guitar. I mean, this dude played a shred solo on a #1 song. The Final Countdown was a #1 song in America. And he played a shred guitar solo. There's been no other guitar player on the planet to go #1 with the shred guitar solo. Can you believe that? John Norum right there. Let's do this. This one's for John. Did my own little extra stuff on the end now, you know. Not gonna play just play the chords, man. I'm gonna rip on that, man. But yeah, that's a good one right there. Absolutely fun. All right, what was that new tune? All right, we're gonna try the song of the week, and then we're gonna try Voltage, and then we'll end with something. We got 20 minutes left here. I gotta eat. My second dinner's waiting for me. Let's see where we leave off with that. T-Bird says, always Rumble. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Rumble tried to get me up on, get me there. It's like literally contacted me directly and said, we'd like you to be on Rumble. I was like, oh, really? I put some videos up there, man, do junk, man. I was like, wow, thanks a lot. T-Bird said, he don't have a Facebook. Yeah, I hate Facebook. I spent 5 years, when I quit playing guitar, I spent 5 years off of social media. It's probably some of the best 5 years of my life. Didn't have to do no social media. But once I started playing guitar again and trying to promote my guitar stuff, I got to be right back. It got me right back in, man. So yeah, I try to stay off of it, those apps, you know. I'll post my videos and move on with life. But Facebook Marketplace is my guilty pleasure. I'm not going to lie. Facebook Marketplace is a guilty pleasure for me. It's always something funny to find. People say that's why I run my PC through a TV instead of a smart app. True that. Spencer Preston, thanks much, buddy. I love this guitar, man. This is a beautiful old Jackson 92. This thing's vintage at this point. I think 1992 is considered vintage nowadays. Yeah, I love these ones. Thank you, Tim. Tiber said the only reason these social sites get away is because everyone lets them. It's pretty much. Juju's feeling that. Leonardo knows it's the final countdown. Nashi Kid, thanks, buddy. Straight Kush said, I don't use social media for a reason. It's annoying and unnecessary to me. It's a huge distraction. Thank you, Danny. Straight Cushion, there you go. Juju said, I gave up on Facebook a long time ago. Yeah, true that. Like I said, well, I don't even really go on there other than Marketplace, but like when I post my videos to Facebook, I do it through Instagram. I post on Instagram and then cross-post it to Facebook and Threads. So I get 3 video shots in one. Pretty nice. Gloria Rumble is like it's kind of like YouTube, but it's like a wide open forum. You know, you can kind of, it's a lot less relaxed as far as what you can say and stuff. More freedom of speech there, I think. So, what it is, it's not a bad site or anything. It's just I couldn't get. It's not really a site for musical stuff. Not very musical. But people are on there doing mostly podcasts and stuff, I think. Kate says, I miss the cacophony days when Marty and Jason killed. Oh, dude, yeah. The Shrapnel Records era was amazing, right? Tim said he fell asleep last night before he got here. Well, maybe we'll end with Dio on the way. All right, Juji's got to shred the bed. She went hiking today, so she's probably tired. I feel that. All right, we're going to try this new original. This is a brand new song. I think it's called Incarnatus, Latin for incarnation. And it's Resurrecte as well. So the incarnation resurrection, if you take out the Latin part. Anyway, you'll hear it. Let's go. Let's see if I remember it. we go. Incarnatus Resurrecte. The Incarnation Resurrection. It's a cool tune. Interesting. It's like, it might be too much for people's brains. I don't know. You tell me. There was a lot of wild, classically influenced changes going on, but I like that one. It's fun to play. I ain't gonna lie. And I got it a little better than last night. It was the first time I played last night. I was not expecting how to play it. Let's see. All right, let's appreciate all the comments we got here. All right, Donald James says he's on YouTube and Twitch a lot, but people just have to recognize what parasocial is. Being parasocial is still a form of engagement. So over here, yeah, for sure. And I think if you're gonna do music, you're gonna try and be a guitar star, a drummer star, vocalist star, whatever, out there. You need to be on every platform. You need to be on YouTube. You need to be on TikTok. You need to be on Instagram. You need to be on Facebook. You need to be everywhere you can get your videos somewhere. You need to have it there. And you never know. You never know who's going to see it on those places. You know, it's weird. Like, I can go viral. I've gone viral on Facebook like 3 times. Millions of views on Facebook. I've gone viral on Instagram several times. But probably 8 million views. I've gone viral on Threads. I've gone viral on TikTok. I've gone viral one time here on YouTube, and barely viral, like 200-some thousand. I swear, but if I didn't put the videos on Instagram or TikTok or anywhere else, I wouldn't have got those million views, and you never know who's going to find you. So, and it probably, a lot of them, not a lot, but a good amount have probably come to YouTube to subscribe to me as well, because I, link the YouTube account to all those as well. But you got to be everywhere at once, unfortunately, and that also then you have to be working on those sites all the time. It's a lot of work. Tiber said Rumble still has some growing to do. Hopefully that's some more music stuff. Yeah, they tried, and I put a couple of videos up, and they didn't go nowhere. I was like, well, and they were like, oh, just do this, and that, and your videos will blow up. I'm like, really? Okay. Nope. Gabriel Matseo says, Gino Brisa Matseo always follows you. Thank you for the music. Thank you, Gabriel. Appreciate that. Thanks, Cage. Appreciate that. Straight Kush said, carnitas sound pretty good right now. I know, right? That's some good stuff. The carnitas, man. I used to always get the carnitas, man, over like, Chipotle has some good carnitas, man. That's some good. That's incarnatus. Latin. Thank you, Lisa. T-Bird said he's always been had social skills growing up. When I went through nurse school, that was about as traumatic I've ever seen. Oh, man. I feel you, man. I've always been pretty good speaker and talker and whatever, and I never got nervous talking in front of people or anything. So I was always pretty extroverted, when it comes to meeting friends or meeting people or networking. I'm always out there doing it. Straight Kush says fishing will improve your social skills and help you find some peace and quiet, too. True that. Thanks, Nashi Ket. A little better than last night. A little better this time. Thank you, Nashiket. Yeah, I worked on it a little more earlier today, trying to get some melodies, fleshed out a little bit more. Straight Cushion, have a great night, brother. Thanks for hanging with us, man. T-Bird's out too. Have a good night, T. Straight Cushion, I like that one. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Feisty. Appreciate that. Randy says, bro, I'm a 52-year-old metalhead, and you're one of the top players I've ever seen, ever. Thank you, Randy. That means a lot to me, bro. Very kind of you to say that. And I appreciate it, man. I'm just a few years older than you, Randy. Trust me. And I really appreciate it, man. I'm back for one more shot at Glory, realistically. Having a good time doing it, though. Glory says 683 likes. That's really great for a Sunday. It's amazing. We got like 180 people watching, too. Don Jameson, he's on the West Coast, so it's not late for him. Yeah, there you go, man. Anthony says almost 700 likes. Nice. I know, yeah, we're on the East Coast. It's 11:52. We got one more to get out of here. You got to get out of here. Evan says it's Monday at 1:50. Yeah, lunchtime, just after lunchtime. I know. It's always funny when DJ B say he's 52 as well. Yeah, we had the old 50. We had the 50 is the new 40 or something, I think. I don't know, man. I think young in my head, that's how I do it, man. I try and stay young in my head. And that's the last sip of Mountain Dew too, man. I stretched that 3 hours, man. And just to let y'all know, I don't drink Mountain Dew all the time. I do drink this more than anything. Aquafina water, man. That's my stuff right there. All right, last one of the night, everybody. We're gonna do some voltage and get out of here. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me tonight, supporting the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do so. If this song doesn't do it for you, I don't know what else will. But we do put videos out every single day. We go live 5 times a week, and we're one of the best communities here on YouTube. Ultra friendly, knows all knowing metalheads, all knowing everything. We got it covered here. You know what I'm saying? So let's kick it out with voltage. Let me pop that shirt up on the screen real quick though, just before I do. Cause this is I have this shirt too. This is my favorite one. It's got a Doberman on it. It's got a metallic Doberman. I love Dobermans. If I ever get rich and famous, I'm getting me a Doberman for sure, or a mini pincher at least. One of the two. But this is one of my favorite shirts. One of my favorite songs to play lately as well. All right, there it is. The voltage shirt's up and running. Let's go. Voltage. This one goes hard, man. So get ready. Let's go. All right, man. That was crazy stuff there, man. That tune is just, that tune pops off, man. I love Laying That One. Very cool song. Inspired by the beautiful flavor of Mountain Dew Voltage. Got it right. I love it so much, I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it go? All right, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're going to rip through these comments real quick. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me tonight. It was so fun. Another great night. I think the subscriber-only thing is what we're going to start doing in the future, no matter what. It helps a lot. I mean, if you're into it, subscribe. If not, no problem. We appreciate either way. Let's see. Bieber say he's 50. Lisa said, y'all young. Tim's 53. Don's 49. Evan's 22 Celsius. That's funny. Let's see. Matt McCullough, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. Lisa, you're going to be 62 in December. I know. 60 is the new 50. 50 the new 40. It's all good. I think as long as you're having fun in your life and you can find some enjoyment, it don't matter what age you are. You can always find something. Nashi Cat knows Voltage. Evan Kelly's 1979. That's not too far. Evan was born in the end of the century, end of the decade. I was born in the beginning of the decade. DJ B said, you got that Voltage shirt too. Very nice, brother. I love that shirt, man. I mean, I love Doberman, the dog, the Doberman. I never had one. We never had one when I was a kid. I had a friend that had two of them, and I'd go over there all the time, hang out with them. I got real close to his Dobermans, man. They were awesome. But right now, I can't do it. I need a house. Hey, if I'm going to get a Doberman, I need a house. You don't want to keep no Doberman in an apartment. Lisa, there you go. Nachi Cat, rocking. If I said stem cell therapy, 50-30. There you go. You can do it. The what is that? HBG, GHB? I don't remember. Thanks, DJ B. Andy said, I know there are 10 of you that can hit the like. I know, right? Thank you, Lisa. Andy said, let's go 7-0. Let's go. Thank you, Nachi Cat. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that, brother. Donald James says, I hit like every time. It's like a habit now. That's how you do it, man. Every time I go like Brody or Tyler, anyone's stream, I'll hit that like. You Lester, I'll hit the like at least, It helps, I can't always sit down and watch live streams for too long, If I do, it's just like off to the side, I'll lurk, Just enjoy it. Evan said, retirement village is down. You gold digger. I said, if you judge the value of music by how much it makes you do chores faster, then you absolutely win. There you go, man. Noah Pierce said him and his son rebuilt an 88 250, pulled out of a field, looked like a show truck, and runs well enough. His buddy's 38. We built his kids. That's nice, dude. That's very cool, man. Me and my dad, we should work on cars, man. My dad loved them old cars. Okay, yes, everyone just dropped out. Okay, yes, everyone just dropped out. We lost internet for like a second. Wow. Crazy. I was like in the middle of reading these comments, but all right, we'll finish them off. I know, I got cut off mid-seconds, man. The heck, man. Noah Pierce, thanks, buddy. Zoe, appreciate you there. Leonardo, have a great night, brother. Donald James says, want to hear it? Here it goes. Oh, man. That's a what was his name? It was David Allen Greer, and he did this blues singer. He's like, Fatback loved him some catfish. And wrote a song about it. I want to hear it go. Yeah, that was one of the funniest things ever, dude. Here you go, Don. Homie don't play that. Oh, yeah. I loved In Living Color. Crack me up. Gloria, have a great night. We'll see you on Tuesday. T-Bird knows age only a number. If I said it wasn't subscriber only my ID last year, you mentioned something about that, yeah. You did mention something about it. But I thought, man, it might not work, but we're finding out it's working. We've been testing, it's working good. Yeah, no doubt. We're back, Noah, for a quick second here. Brandon's like, I thought my internet went crap. No, it was my internet. The freaking modem did a quick reboot, apparently. Yeah. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, man. Anyway, I want to thank each and everyone for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the mods. Gloria, Stardust, Anti, Lisa, Juji. Gotta love it. Thank you so much for supporting me and helping out. I think this new subscriber-only thing is working out. 5 minutes is probably good enough. But Noah, that's good to see you, man. I appreciate you, brother. You're welcome, Nachi Cat. But yeah, that's about enough for us. I'll be back on Tuesday night at 10. With Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10. And then we'll be back next weekend as well. I'll have everything scheduled. So as long as you're subscribed and have your notifications on, you know exactly when I'm shredding this week. But for all intents and purposes, Tuesday night, I'll be back again at 10 p.m. But other than that, thanks everyone for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go if you haven't done so already. And I want y'all to stay safe out there. I want you to be good to each other. And I want you to take care of each other. That's all we got in this world. All right. Let's have a good one. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday. Take care.